Hey everybody, The Real Behemoth here, back in with another video for Heroes of History. Today we are going to be diving and jumping into the two new relics of this season. So we have the Mask of Tutankhamun, however you pronounce it. At max level, it gives 114 attack, 189 defense, which is actually not terrible. And at max, the recovery skill is as follows. When the holder faces fatal damage for the first time in a battle, their HP recovers to 15%. So keep in mind, this is a 5-star relic. It can only be equipped to defenders. So if we jump over to our filter here, we can filter it out by defenders. We can go ahead and filter by stars. For 5 stars, we've got William Wallace and George Washington. We also have Ragnar Lothbrok and Julius Caesar. King Minos for 4 stars. And then for 3 stars, we've got Otto, Ulysses, Herman. And 2 stars, we've got Hassan, Titus, and Kondo. So my initial thoughts on the mask. On the mask, you're really wanting to equip it to somebody you're wanting to just be in battle longer. So what does that mean? So you're going to want to have a team with a tank, unfortunately, that dies more often than not. And so for me, in my experience with William Wallace, he's very squishy. Same thing with George Washington. They die for me literally quicker than King Minos or Otto, even sometimes Hassan. So obviously that also has to do with team synergy. So maybe I just haven't found my team yet. However, for William Wallace, he dies very often for me. And so I'm going to pair him up with, if I paired him up with a mask, I'm going to throw in a single target healer. So for single target healers, we only have 2 currently in the game. We've got Ashaka and we have our famous Amelia Earhart, which a lot of people are finding very, very useful lately. So with the mask, I would recommend that you have one of these 2, if not, if you have them, I would throw them in the team as well. So, the mask pops off. You're able to use her ult. It heals them right back up and gets them back up and going. And so they're able to stay alive through the entirety of the battle. So moving on to the Scarab Beetle here. For the Scarab Beetle at max level, we get an extra 38 attack and 114 defense. It is a buff type relic. It is a 4-star type relic, so it can be equipped on anybody. When the holder's hit points drop below 35%, their defense is increased by 30% until the end of the current wave. It does not stack. So that is wave-oriented. It is not battle-oriented like the mask. So if you're in a 3-wave battle, you can have it pop off every single time. If you are in a 1-wave battle, it's only going to pop once, right? So there's a little bit of pros, there's a little bit of cons in order, to really capture all the benefits to that relic. But you can equip it to anybody. So when you're looking to equip it to somebody, I would recommend that you filtered it by defense. So if you're filtering it by defense, you can see who on your squad is going to have the highest defense caps. So a lot of it is going to be level related. So keep that in mind. But you also want to keep in mind that some of your heroes, like a William Wallace, for example, he may not be my top in defense, but his ability gives a significant amount of defense in it as well. So that's the other thing that you want to keep in mind. And, for example, another one would be, where's Abe Lincoln? Another one would be Abe Lincoln. He provides a little bit of a defense buff as well. So if you're throwing it in with a defense buff for 2, it's going to look even better. So let's kind of run into a test of some sort. I don't know if we want to do a 3-waver or a 1-waver. I will say that, for testing, I strongly believe, let's jump into this level, yeah. Let's run 2 healers. For William Wallace, this is the Cornucopia first. We may not see all the benefits here, but Cornucopia is going to really excel on the 1-wave battles, and it's just because you have that initial shield, right? But the Scarab Beetle, I feel like, is going to really start shining around that. I was going to save the ult for the Beetle pop, but it looks like it already popped. So I don't even know. Did it even show, or did I just miss it when I was talking? Let's restart that. Let's go ahead and jump into it again. Let's watch for the Scarab Beetle, or it was the Cornucopia. That's right. My bad. So I thought I had the Beetle equipped him for some reason. So we're doing a test to see how much damage he takes, how long he lasts on this battle. So we'll have, it running auto, but for the Beetle, we may end up running off auto just to really capture what we need to capture. So looking at the battle stats here, he was able to tank 32.5k damage with the Cornucopia Relic. This is a one-wave battle, so this is where the Cornucopia is supposed to excel. Oh, crap. Okay. I'm biting the bullet. There's a stamina event anyway, so whatever. Let's go ahead and go back and equip the Relic real quick. Let's go to the Beetle here, and let's test it out. So the Scarab Beetle is now equipped to my William Wallace. Let's jump back into that other level here. We'll run the same team comp and see how much damage he takes with this. So let's go ahead and save this. The Beetle popped. We're going to use a Shaka. Hot Chip Soot's going to do her thing as well. So the Beetle already popped. So we're already seeing his damage coming in a lot slower. So I'm imagining that he tanked a little bit more with the Beetle than he did with the Cornucopia. Let's take a look at these stats. So looking at the stats here, 36,000. So he tanked roughly an extra 4,000 damage, which is pretty significant because if the battles are going to go longer, if you're running an actual optimal team, you know that he's going to tank a little bit longer and stay alive. But again, you want to pair him with that Ashaka so he gets that heal right back up from getting below that HP threshold. Let's do this battle one more time. I keep forgetting you can't. That'd be really cool if you can equip relics from that battle screen. I think it's kind of stupid that you can't, but is what it is. So keep in mind, this relic is not anywhere near to max yet. I will be getting it up to max, but for testing purposes, just want to make sure you take this with a little bit of a grain of salt. We're going to be running the mask on him now in the same battle. See how that looks. So we're going to be running on auto here actually, and seeing how we can do. So he's going to stay up for quite a while. Ashaka's going to keep him up one more time. He's going to die. Wow. Okay, so that wasn't even noticeable at this level yet. We're definitely going to have to get that maxed. Wow, it looked like he just died and died. Maybe we'll see that a little bit better on... Oh, okay, that's interesting. 37,000 defense. So that was even better than the Scarab Beetle. That's kind of shocking. Let's go into a 3-wave. No, definitely not that battle. No. Nope, definitely not. Leif, definitely not. Okay, let's try and find something that's actually half decent. Let's go to 36. Come on, give us a 3. There we go. Okay, there's still a hero, but we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to run as many healers as we possibly can in this battle, and we'll throw somebody like Abe in there. I don't know. No, let's not do that. Let's throw somebody else. Let's go Naya. So we're just seeing what he can do with this here, and if we're really going to be able to see a difference with the mask. Let's keep him alive. He died. Really tried to get that for you guys, but looks like I was not able to. Once I level that, I'll make another video on it, but just trying to run some tests. So far, I mean, the mask, even though it is only very low and I mean, not leveled, he did take a little bit more damage in. And it seemed like the Scarab Beetle was also very solid. I think it's going to be really good in Treasure Hunt, especially when battles are very, very close. I'm going to use this on him for now instead of the mask. But I really think that in terms of the mask, let's jump back over to the defenders. Let's go by stars. I think the mask is really going to excel on Washington and Hassan, if you're using Hassan in Treasure Hunt. But again, you kind of need it maxed. I mean, I don't think it's going to be very beneficial if it's not maxed. I mean, 15% is still small, but anything sub 10% is not really going to be useful. So the Scarab Beetle is going to be a lot more useful in the short term or in the interim, unless you're a pay-to-win player and you're able to max a couple of them out. So good news for pay-to-win, but not great news for free-to-play players. I think the Beetle is going to be very solid across the board. I'm personally keeping my Abacus on my Minos because he stays above 80 quite often. And with his heal, it helps him out a ton. I think that the Beetle is going to do a little bit better than the Cornucopia on auto. But I'm really thinking the Beetle for the short term, but I really want the mask for Washington. That's really where I think I'm going to see some excelling there. And then Caesar as well would be another great option for the mask. And the reason being is if you are lucky enough for him to die right around ability cast and you're able to keep him up, he's got another potential 5 or 4 seconds of invincibility after he pops and after that mask pops. So, you know, be strategic with where you place your relics. I'll be creating a later video kind of trying to make a tier list of the current relics, what heroes to use on what. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. We're approaching that 1,000 subscribers. It's getting closer and closer. So any subscription love that you guys can provide, I would appreciate. Every single one of you guys, every single one of you viewers goes a long way. And it really helps with my algorithms as well. So appreciate every single one of you guys watching my videos, and I will catch you in the next one.